Leader, I was wondering if you could tell me where Scout is now, Garlow inquired. He was with me earlier. Since then he's departed. I do seem to miss his company. I'm sorry, but Scout was needed for other tasks, Leader replied dismissively. Scout was needed to survey a new piece of ground, and also to check if there were any resources which could be foraged there. I'm sorry he couldn't be here with you, but we have need of his skills as much as you do. Maybe I can help in the place of Scout, a new person spoke up. I am called Supply. I deal with all the stocks. When there is more effort needed in the area, it is my task to find out who is most suitable. I would certainly like to see this tuber and help you see if it be an appropriate use of the Forsaken's time to harvest such a thing. Your help would much be appreciated, Supply, Garlow warmly welcomed him. Supply seemed an almost average man. He was average height for the Forsaken, meaning that he was a little taller than Garlow. The man was also of average age, average appearance, and had a nondescript head of brown hair, which was slightly thinning on top, and a small brown beard. Thank you. As Farmer has probably already told you, our stocks of food are running low. Anything we can do to increase them would be an advantage. I must say I am most curious about this tuber, and the prospects of using the Solmos as a food resource rather than as a nuisance does appeal to me. Garlow chosen. Whilst this thing with the tuber has been going on, Farmer intervened, I wonder, had there been any reports back from the check you were running earlier? The information from Ogier completely slipped Garlow's mind with the investigation into the Solmos. Results should of course be in now, and Garlow could check on them. Whilst he was going over the results, they slowly walked back to the area where they hoped the tuber was now removed from its hole. The results from Ogier were not promising. Along the coastline were the remains of what had been a mass extinction event. Even though the event had happened several years ago, the ocean waves had battered the shoreline. The sheer volume and depth of the debris along the coast was substantial. Also, the event appeared to have had a massive scale. It wasn't just the nearby coast that was affected. The result was the same over a very large part of the central belt of the planet. Something very significant had occurred here. But what? The region where the extinction event had occurred, the ocean shelf appeared to be almost devoid of all life. Nothing similar to large seaweed formations, fish, whales, seals could be found. Ogier's sensors weren't able to track items like plankton in the water itself, but judging by the normal secondary effects of their presence, they still existed, but only in a fraction of the expected amounts. It had been definitely some form of system collapse. Thankfully, however, it hadn't been on a planetary-wide scale, but was most likely to have been caused by whatever had washed down by that heavy rain, purely due to the area of the ocean that had been affected.